I have visited Vietnam many times, and speaking now from that experience and as Commander-in-Chief of our armed forces, I feel it is my duty to speak up for the 2.5 million fine young Americans who have served in Vietnam. The atrocity charges in individual cases should not and cannot be allowed to reflect on their courage and their self-sacrifice. War is a terrible and cruel experience for a nation, and it's particularly terrible and cruel for those who bear the burden of fighting. But never in history have men fought for less selfish motives, not for conquest, not for glory, but only for the right of a people far away to choose the kind of government they want. And while we hear and read much of isolated acts of cruelty, we do not hear enough of the tens of thousands of individual American soldiers. I've seen them there, building schools, roads, hospitals, clinics, who through countless acts of generosity and kindness have tried to help the people of South Vietnam. We can and we should be very proud of these men.
You're reading this, my mama's sitting there. Looks like I only got a one-way ticket over here. I sure wish I could give you one more kiss. And war was just a game we played when we were kids. Well, I'm laying down my gun, I'm hanging up my boots. I'm up here with God and we're both watching over you. So lay me down in that open field out on the edge of town. And oh my soul, it's where my mama always prayed that it would go. But if you're reading this, I'm already home.
Wednesday evening, John Baker in his remarks stated that he was not a hero, neither am I. I believe the word hero is being misused and overused by those who haven't the slightest idea what it is. It's not the player who scores a winning touchdown or the grand slam in the bottom of the ninth. And there's not a hero among us today. For this tribute, those heroes are the 58,209 names on that wall. I have even heard it said that it's now politically correct to refer to female athletic stars as sheroes. My jaw tightens a bit at such ignorance and disrespect. A friend of mine went into the battle for Hawaii City as a sergeant with one Purple Heart. He left the battle as a second lieutenant with 4 Purple Hearts, and before his tour would end, he would twice again be wounded for a total of 6 Purple Hearts. Call him a hero? Warn me, because I want to stand back and listen to the lecture. Another friend was hit 11 times in his upper torso, and he twice gave him the last rites, but he pulled through.
If you're reading this halfway around the world, I won't be there to see the birth of our little girl. I hope she looks like you, I hope she fights like me, and stands up for the innocent and the weak. I'm laying down my gun, I'm hanging up my boots. Tell Dad I don't regret that I followed in his shoes. So lay me down in that open field go. If you're reading this, I'm already home. If you're reading this, there's gonna come a day when you move on and find someone else, and that's okay. Just remember this, I'm in a better place, where soldiers live in peace and angels sing amazing grace. So lay me down in that open field out on the edge of town, and know my soul is where my mom always prayed that it would go. If you're reading this, if you're reading this, I'm already home.